And whenever we end up dissatisfied with something, no one inside of the system is going to notice that and say, oh wait, this person isn't satisfied, let's go run in and fix it for them. That's very seldom that's something like that is going to happen. So you just have to realize, like, oh wait, maybe I should take personal responsibility for getting this handled, because at the end of the day no one is coming to the rescue and handling your shit. Sometimes you just simply can't blindly trust that some people, even though they claim to have expertise, that they are actually doing a good job. I think that a lot of times this isn't even the case. I've seen huge flaws in certain areas, and when you actually end up taking personal responsibilities and you start investigating these areas and you start learning about it and you become sort of an expert on it yourself, you start to learn all these things like, whoa, there are crazy agendas going on, and people making money and exploiting other people. It isn't really a pretty scene, but at the end of the day it's really not those exploiters that are really the bad guys, so to speak. I mean, they're just trying to make a living, and it's really the fault of the people that have delegated the responsibility of certain important aspects of their life. I mean, especially with a thing like health. I mean, I can't think of a more important thing in life. It really isn't that smart to delegate the responsibility of your own personal health to someone else. So if you are dissatisfied with an area like that, or another area of your life, if you're dissatisfied with that, the logical thing to do is to accept personal responsibility for changing it and investigating that area, learning about it, and then finding a way to get your needs met in a quality way so that you are satisfied with them. What you're saying in that moment is, oh, I take personal responsibility for this, I'm willing to go read, I'm willing to do my own research, I'm willing to try out a lot of different things, and basically just keep at it until my needs are met in the way that I want them to be met, and until I'm satisfied with this area. And it also means that I no longer go to point my finger to someone else because I've delegated the responsibility for this area onto someone else because I want them to fix it. No, I can fix my own shit, and I'm just gonna keep at it and keep learning, keep trying out new things until I succeed. To share a personal example of how this showed up for me in my life is in the field of nutrition. Now my main study in university was organizational psychology, but on an aside I also studied a lot of other things like fitness, spirituality, self-help, leadership, other types of fields in psychology, and basically anything that would interest me because I like learning about a wide variety of stuff. And eventually I also stumbled upon the field of nutrition. So up until a year ago I never really investigated the whole field of nutrition. My mother, she was always been a very health conscious woman, and she always told me and my sisters to do the right thing in relationships to food, you know. She said, like, you know, don't eat too much fast food, don't eat too much candy and all that crap food, and make sure you eat 2 pieces of fruits a day, eat your vegetables. So I thought I was a pretty healthy person. Well, as it turned out, that wasn't really the case. Because really at the age of 18 or 19 I started having these, and actually also when I think back on it, earlier in my life I would have these challenges with my gastrointestinal tract. I would get a message, no. I would have these challenges with my gastrointestinal system. I would get rumblings in my stomach, bad feelings in my intestines, just not feeling very well. And at age 19 I went to the doctor for this, and he prescribed me some stomach acid inhibiting drugs, which I ended up taking. And he just told me, like, oh, if you get these drugs, they will inhibit your stomach acid and it won't hurt so much, and you should just chew your food nicely, don't eat so fast, don't eat too much food at the same time, because if you get too stuffed that may end up hurting your stuff. So I thought like, well yeah, sure, I'll go do that, and hopefully that will take care of it. So sure enough, within a couple months the symptoms went down, and I stopped taking the drugs, and I just thought like, oh, all is well, you know, if I don't have any further problems, then everything is gonna be okay. So fast forward 5 years later, I just decided to do a complete overhaul of my eating habits and just delve into this field of nutrition, simply because I like learning about stuff, and I never really investigated this area, and I'm all about just trying to improve any area of my life. So I thought like, oh, let's investigate this. And basically what I learned was that my eating style and eating habits weren't so healthy at all. And that what I had done was delegated the responsibility of eating healthy to my mom, because I thought like she had instilled me with all these health conscious habits, and that I was doing the right thing. And of course this wasn't my mom's fault, because she in turn trusted the societal guidelines on healthy eating. And she simply followed the nutritional guidelines that other people had told her would be healthy. What I also learned was that the diagnosis that my doctor had given me 5 years earlier wasn't accurate at all. Because what I learned is that I'm probably intolerant to a protein that is found in wheat and several other grains called gluten. My sister is gluten intolerant as well, which we learned a few years ago. And yeah, I also learned that those gastrointestinal challenges that I had, they had nothing to do with my stomach, and he gave me a stomach acid inhibiting drug. Well, my stomach wasn't even the problem, because it was my intestines that I was having challenges with. So I don't know if you prescribe some stomach drugs to someone who has challenges with their intestines, but I think that's pretty weird. Well, at the time I didn't think about it, because I didn't really analyze it like that, because at the time I went there, I just went there with delegating the responsibility for my health to that doctor. I didn't stop and think like, oh, wait a minute, where exactly do these symptoms come from? Do they come from my stomach? Do they come from my intestines? I don't know. I just described what had happened, and then I listened to whatever his diagnosis and treatment would be, and I followed that, and I trusted that. But that was just totally off the mark.